take a moment and imagine yourself out on the African savannah. This is more than 40,000 years ago, before any hunting tools like the bow and arrow were invented. It's a hot summer's day and you're hungry. You see this group of antelope out in the distance, and so you gather your friends and family members and you start chasing the herd. Pretty quickly you single out one antelope and continue to follow it. Now this antelope is way faster than you and it disappears off into the distance. So you have to use your tracking skills to continue to follow it. Now it's a hot day, so the antelope has to stop periodically to cool off. Eventually, after several hours of pursuing this animal, it drops dead of heat exhaustion. Now this is your meal for the day, and this is what's known as persistence hunting. Today I'm going to talk about how humans evolved to run long distances, a tribe that embraces running as a lifestyle, and the benefits of being active. So anthropologists Dennis Bramble and Daniel Lieberman have done lots of research about how humans have evolved. Humans are different than other mammals in that they didn't use strength, speed, or power to kill their prey. As the researchers put it, we are weak, slow, and awkward creatures. After compiling lots of different research, they hypothesized that humans have evolved to walk and run long distances. They show that we're specialized endurance athletes. We have lots of systems of springs in our body that help us transfer elastic energy. We don't have much hair, and we're very good at sweating, which helps us stay cool in those hot conditions. Humans also evolved to have large brains, and what we did with that is we created lots of technologies that have enabled us to live lives that involve little to no movement. The Tarahumara tribe in the Copper Canyons of northwestern Mexico is an example of a culture that embraces running as a lifestyle. You may have heard of Christopher McDougall's book, Born to Run. Yes, that's a reference. That explores the incredible endurance running capabilities of the Tarahumara. Now, archaeologist Wendell Bennett and anthropologist Robert Zing have also done ethnographies on the Tarahumara. They've observed that children from a young age herd lamb and sheep around the villages by running. The Tarahumara also use long-distance running as a form of transportation and inter-village communication. And as well as using the bow and arrow and other modern hunting techniques, they do use persistence hunting to hunt deer and wild turkeys. Now, if that's not enough, running is also part of the recreation. They play what is known as the foot-throwing game, where teams advance a ball around a course with their feet that's several miles long, so as you can imagine, that involves quite a bit of running. Now, in contrast to the Tarahumara, our culture today does not necessitate that we all have to run. In fact, there's actually a social stigma around running. Many people might avoid it because they view it as punishment. Many of you might have had to run suicides for a team sport in school at some point. But a lot of people also might avoid running because they just don't identify with those skinny, fast marathoners that they see on TV. So despite these negative feelings, it's really important to look back at the research that Bramble and Lieberman have done, and that we are all capable of running, even though we might not identify as runners. The Tarahumara are an example that it is possible for entire cultures to run. So, I will acknowledge that running does not work out for everybody, but it is important to live or have a physical, active lifestyle to maintain your physical and mental well-being. There are lots of studies out there that show that physical activity will help improve your cognitive function. It will trigger dopamine release, which makes you happy, always good. And being active will also give you an enhanced awareness of your body, and you'll know what your body needs so you can better take care of it. So I'll leave you with one final question. Why wouldn't you use your body the way it was meant to be used, especially if that's going to make you a happier and healthier human being? Thank you.